Uganda's total funding of the 2016-2017 national budget is 26.3 trillion shillings. As the country awaits the unveiling of the country's most important document, one more critical issue is to know what is entailed in the budget-making process.
First of all, we have a national development plan which is guiding us for the next 5 years. So now this is the national development plan whereby we determine, it's determined that these are the key areas that we need to follow. That is the first place. Then secondly, we have the manifesto commitments of the government. The government promised to undertake different activities or to offer different services to the people. Then thirdly, we have the parliament where they discuss a number of issues as per the concerns that have been presented.
Since the 2015-2016 financial year, the objectives of the National Development Plan now inform the structure and aspirations of the national budget document.
But the key guiding principle in all this is the National Development Plan that is extracted from the vision, in this case, Vision 2040, which gives a certain direction where we want to go. And now, this National Development Plan gives the step-by-step process. What are we going to do in these next 5 years? And specifically, the budget is looking at what can we offer and deliver in this specific financial year. So this is where the whole issue starts from. And then the backward process whereby you go to the districts and it's now to look at the prioritization, the people, what services can we offer in this year and what can we offer in the next year until we have our national development plan for this period covered.
Of critical importance is the size of the available resources, because government expenditure is always based on the available resource envelope of what can easily be mobilized.
Complicated, at the same time simple to understand. Complicated in the sense that government resources are there to be competed for by what government thinks is the priority. And these resources are not open-ended. There is a limit to what government can lay its hands on with respect to resources. You know that our revenues to GDP ratio is still very low, after rebasing just above 11%. So that's what you can mobilize domestically to be able to provide as on the revenue side to meet the expenditures of government.
One would therefore ask how the changing common man's needs and issues are captured for redress in the budget document.
For instance, when you look at the priorities of the government from the National Development Plan, they are prioritizing issues such as the construction, the infrastructure, security, whereas the people are more interested in service delivery. As people would want to see how best is our services being catered for in this budget, how do we look at production? But then now it is that balance that it still eludes both of us, whereas the government is saying that this is the place that we need to start at to influence the provision of these other services, but we the people want to see which services are being offered.
Among the always thorny issues are allocation to critical social services such as health, education, infrastructure, and the actual delivery of such services before the masses. In fact, majority do not pay much attention to the policy statements, numbers, and big plans the budget really entails.
You see, one, those figures are too huge, and for me, I can't go on following. Like they could say, we are putting this much billion in agriculture, for instance, and I will never know how it comes down to like just an individual person. Like for one, let me say if my grandfather is in the village doing agriculture, I don't know how he gets that money, you see. So I don't follow up at all. I just listen to it and I leave it there.
Again, as Uganda waits for the reading of the 2016-2017 financial budget, questions still remain. Is the common man part of the budget-making process, or are his core needs captured?